Hello, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Draven VOD of my friend who's a 950 LP ADC / Draven main, and he's playing on his Master Smurf. He's playing against Soraka Caitlyn, and he has Nautilus support. So the lane is pretty simple. All we have to do is trade, level 1 if possible, and we want to push. If we get pushed in, if we get poked down, the lane will be unplayable. So we open up the lane by just hitting the minions a bit, trying to make it push. It would appear that the enemy jungler forced the enemy bot lane to leash, which is very good for us also. And Nautilus even finds a hook. So we get a good all-in. Great trade. And now it's time to build up a slow push. With the slow push, we can crash, bounce the wave, and try to look for an all-in when the opportunity presents itself. Now it's pretty much time to go ward, and we're going to ward soon, just so that we don't get level 3 ganked by the enemy jungler with some kind of cheesy 3 camp padding. And then we're going to keep letting the enemy bot lane push into us and try to find an all-in. Level 3 ward is really just insurance. The enemy bot lane, the enemy jungler shouldn't really be here, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. So we have to thin the wave so that the wave isn't too big, because if the wave is too big, they can try to force a crash or try to fight us or whatever else. And we really don't want to trade or to get poked down or to get pushed in. We really need to just find an all-in in the near future. Nautilus finds a hook again. And this time it should result in a kill. A 1-for-1 is great for us. We even got more sums. And now we got a free crash. And we got a big lead because we're Draven trading kills. And also we get the minions, which is going to be amazing for us. A little trick here is to use your E on the casters so that it only takes 2 auto attacks with the axe rather than 3. Later on, there's also a trick where you use the E so that it only takes 1 auto attack instead of 2. And eventually you don't even need to use autos. When we come back to lane, the lane is very frozen for us, and our support is gone. But since both supports are gone, the enemy ADC can't really play 1v1, so punishing them in any scenario is going to be pretty decent for us, and trading 1-for-1 is always just pretty much worth it. Because if we trade 1-for-1, she's losing waves, she's trading 1-for-1 with Draven again, and then we come back and the lane is going to be frozen again. And it should be really free for our team to punish that. Because we're going to be huge and she's going to be in a pretty bad state. Our team sadly absolutely hates playing for us, so we're going to be playing the rest of the game without any interaction with our support and jungler, which is probably the case often in your games also, when your support and jungle just refuse to play for you even though you're the only winning lane and everyone else is hard losing. But that's what we want to deal with today. We try a little all-in fight, but sadly the silence and trap mess us up and it's not really possible. And our mid jungle are dying as per usual. Our support also dying as per usual, so game is very unplayable at the moment. So now our only option is to try to survive and somehow find the base and to reset our bat position. As a fun interaction though, I would like to see in the comments how many of you would keep playing this game and try to win. Because I know that on most days I wouldn't really want to play at this point. But I'm curious in what your mentalities are like. So at this point, the only thing we can really do is try to crash and get the base and fire Eclipse. But our support is a non-player character. So enemies pressing F to interact and collecting 300 gold. Not much to be done there. The enemy Caitlyn thought we're also a non-player character and pressed F to interact with us also, but turns out we're not. So that's pretty surprising, isn't it? It's time for a slow push. Our jungler is bot side, our support is bot side. Perfect, right? Enemy support is mid lane. Seems like the perfect time to dive. We slow push, we dive, we kill enemy game. Where's our support in jungle? Oh, one of those games. Right. Right. It's okay. We have 0 agency at the moment, no impact. Our team does not want to give us any impact, so we can just watch our top side slowly lose still. Understandable. Well, it's okay. We will just do something, I suppose. Maybe we'll build a snowman in the bottom lane. It is supposed to be winter, so maybe that works. Finally, our Nautilus appears in bot lane, but sadly, the time for bananas to ripen is not yet. And since we don't have a slow push going, sadly he doesn't get to eat any. And because he is an unhappy, hungry monkey, he decides to stay in the bush and sit there. I don't know. On a serious note though, we stay also because we want to push this wave, because the wave before this was, well, this is not a cannon, right? Like, it's just not a cannon, and we can get boots off this. And we really need boots this game because we need movement speed, both to chase down the enemy that are pretty good at disengaging, and to dodge their spells. For example, Caitlyn or Yone ult or Yone turret Q or whatever else. We come back to lane to this wave state, and now it's time to think over our life choices. Why are we here? Why do we exist? But since we don't have any impact in bot lane, only thing we can do at this point is either flip a fight in bot lane, but Caitlyn is obviously not going to fight us by the way she's playing. So the only other solution that we have is to look for any kind of skirmish or fight or whatever and move to them. Because if our team won't move to us, then we're gonna have to move to them. This looks like a fight where we could maybe have some kind of an impact, and if we can get a cash in here, that would be amazing. Sadly, Soraka doesn't die to our passive execute, and we don't hit both ults, and we didn't hit Lilia. So we don't get an execute, and I think my friend is not happy. Definitely not happy. So now we would take any fight at this point. Yone comes, so if it's possible, we will fight him, because we need to fight anything. We need to fight literally anything. With a clean fight outplay, we get a kill, cash in, and that's 1300 gold for us. Maybe even close to 1400, I'm not sure. Flashing and healing though was not worth it, because Yone would only get 300 gold, and we don't really get more resources for this, and it's going to be harder to make a play in the future, but he just kind of did it. So now the only thing we can do is position ourselves in mid lane, try to get prio in mid, and move around the map, because if we play in bot lane, our whole team plays AFK, and no one helps us, and we have 0 impact. So we need to go somewhere where we can have an impact on the outcome of the game. There is no fight, but we do get a dragon, which is something. And now Lilia figured out that you can just press F to interact and get 300 gold. And Nautilus is a bit buggy in the AI department, so not working out that well yet. It's okay. I mean, Elon Musk will fix him next season. Right? Maybe. Somehow our mid and jungle AI are also dying 2v1, so that happens. And we misplayed. So we died. So now, because of all of the stuff that happened in the recent past, we really need to fight again. We really need impact. Our team is losing so hard. So if we can fight this guy in a way where we can win, then that would be amazing. He decides to, for some reason, do this, whatever this is. And we get a great fight for us where we get even more gold. Now, all we're missing now is pretty much one good fight. We get to a good power spike where we do a lot of damage. And at that point, we can carry until our team has items. So we need to somehow win this fight. Okay, big ksante. Big boy. And we got it. The shutdown is ours. We will get LDR of this. And with LDR, we can now carry fights. We do so much damage that it should be possible for us to stall the game long enough for it to be winnable. Somehow our jungler finds himself dead again. I think he is visiting the wrong neighborhood a bit too often. But it's okay. So we need to find some kind of a fight and we need to play slow. We need to somehow get out of Gnar ult and Yone ult. Very important. We avoided one and the other. And the fight should be winnable. But sadly, Caitlyn doesn't die to this. We are silenced and that guy gets out of the Zhonya and gets us. You could argue that that could be played a bit better, but it's fine. Here it's very, very important that you clear the wave. If you don't clear the wave like this, when the enemy has Baron, then what happens is all of these minions and the bot lane minions will crash into the towers, and suddenly the game will be completely unplayable for your whole team. But now your team can deal with the bot side wave, and you can deal with the top side, and they even find a good engage, and finally they're being useful. Who said robots can't make our lives better? So this is the next clip where we have IE now, and now we're trapping the jungle because we want to fight a more favorable fight. Because if we wait for the dragon to spawn, which it is soon, then we will have to walk through this whole unboarded jungle and through the whole unboarded river. But sadly this doesn't work out, but this is something you can pick up in your own games if you can get your teammates to move to it. So this could be better for you. And now our team has scaled up a bit, and we need to fight for Baron again. But now our job swaps from carrying to protecting our teammates, doing the damage when the enemy goes in. So we will just wait. Because it's pretty hard for us to reach the enemy champions, but Victor can, so we just play slow. We of course ult the Baron for extra DPS, so we finish the Baron faster. Did not click on the minimap by accident for sure. And then now we really need towers after the Baron is taken. And the reason for that is not just the bounties, which are fine, but it's to open up the map. Because right now enemy has all towers, so the map is basically closed off on their side. But enemies kind of failed to engage. And this is pretty much a game-ending fight. Pretty much everyone enemy dying. There isn't much to say here. and the game is pretty much over. It's just about ending it now. So if you liked the video, do like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, tell me what you would like improved for next time. And if you want more videos like this, then you can also let me know about that. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.